Hello, I'm Maranda Wood, and I'm going to make a video about who am I, what do I want, and why does it matter? Because someone near and dear to me has presented me with those three questions about a year ago, and I have been on this journey of trying to answer those questions and then how to show that I know the answer to those questions in my daily life. So, we're going to start with number one. Who am I? I'm a speaker. I'm a mother. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a lifelong learner. I'm an adventurer. I love to go on adventures. I love to travel. But the number one most important part of my life is my children. I have 3 special needs kids. And I have found it challenging to balance my motherhood, my parenthood journey, along with my entrepreneurship journey, right? And some days I do better than I do on others. But what I've learned is that it's important not to get lost in the motherhood part. Because one day, they're going to grow up. And I still have to have me. Who am I? Who am I separate from my children, my husband, my marriage, my house? If everything was taken away from me tomorrow, who am I? And that's what I had to strip that question down to. It's not just, hey, my name is Maranda and I have 3 special needs kids. But if everything was taken, my house, my animals, my family, everything, who am I at my core? And the answer that I came up with after talking to lots of friends, asking the people closest to me, what am I good at? What have I always talked about? What do I seem passionate about? What seems to drive me? What I found out is, despite my early reluctance of becoming an entrepreneur, at my core, I am a business-minded woman who wants to grow and scale companies. I'll get more into what I want in a little while, but at my core, I love business. I love business. I love learning about business, talking about business, growing business, and everything else in between. And I didn't realize it at first, but I'm a 4th generation entrepreneur. And if it weren't for my soon-to-be entrepreneur son, I would never have realized that my great-grandfather owned a gas station and a grocery store in like the 1950s, almost 75 years of business, sales, entrepreneurship in my bloodline. And so when I asked my dad, did you know I wasn't going to be a teacher? And the response I got was a laughter telling me that, of course he knew I wasn't going to be a teacher. It's in my blood. He bred me. Literally the word he used was bred me to know business and entrepreneurship, to be an entrepreneur one day. So it's no surprise to him. It's also no surprise to my college roommate or my best friend in high school that this is the path that I've taken. And so I had to embrace that part of me, as with the part of me that's a mother and a wife and a homemaker. And how do those 2 pieces go together? Okay, so I also am a student. I have my master's in business. I have my bachelor's in psychology with a minor in business. I was the student who was nicknamed Beast Mode during my grad school classes because we had a simulation, this class, where I essentially became CEO because of who I am. I jump in, I take charge, I get things done. And all of my friends in that particular group would show up to our meetings and be like, all right, boss lady, what are we doing? And they're like, no, beast mode. What's on the agenda today? Beast mode, right? And so it was this big thing. And so how do I let that side of me come back out? How do I show the world what I'm capable of? Because so many people, as I've tried to look into like consulting or doing something on my own again, well, of course you had that success. That was your husband's company. You're a woman. All of these things. No. At the end of the day, I'm beast mode. The same girl I was in college. I'm beast mode. I'm also a beautiful swan. If you know, you know. So I guess that's enough about me. I am a brilliant business mind who has the degrees to back me up. I've been in entrepreneurship for 5 to 7 years, 2016-ish. So 8 years, 7, 8 years. And I have the DNA and the bloodline of entrepreneurs. And my dad is one of my biggest advocates. One of the biggest mentors that I have. When I have questions, I contact him. But that's enough about who I am. The next question is, what do I want? Well, I want something quite audacious. I said it to somebody today, and then I backtracked and lessened my goal. And, I've told my husband this one particular goal for over a year now, and every time he's like, oh my goodness, that's so large and bodacious, and audacious and, whatever, and it scares him sometimes. But today, I told him how, in passing, I told someone my goal, and they're like, whoa, and I was like, honey, I think my goals scare people. He was like, what are you talking about? I said, I told someone about my goal, and they were like, whoa, that's a big goal. And then I said, yeah, if I don't get there, at least if I get close, that'll be pretty great still. Better than where I am today. And my husband was like, don't do that. Don't lessen your goals or who you want to be or what you want in this world to appease other people. You got to be true to you. What do you want? Go chase it. Right? So after this journey of talking to all these people and figuring out who I am, I reconnected with parts of myself that I lost. At 19 years old, I used to talk about owning 5 different companies. In fact, my college roommate, the first time she went into Andretti's, she said, oh my goodness, they stole your ideas. My idea in college, but I was going to have this bar or this entertainment space called 13s. It was going to have 13 ways of entertainment. Pool, arcade, bowling alley, movie theater, all of it, all in one building, in one business. And Andretti's has a lot of the things that I talked about. And I dreamt and brainstormed 13s forever. I don't think I'll go into the entertainment space, but it's kind of wild to think that I brainstormed on something like that, even though I was completely resistant to the idea of business, right? And so what I realized in that is since I was 19 years old, I've wanted to own multiple companies. So what that looks like on paper is that I have a goal, a dream, whichever way you want to use, whichever word makes you feel better, that I want to own 10 companies in 10 years. I want to buy and acquire 10 companies in 10 years. Better than that, I want all of them to gross no less than $1 million, netting me no less than $100,000 of business. I don't know about you, but that'd be a pretty good life. It'd be a darn good life. I also want to be a keynote speaker. I want to be a millionaire before my 40th birthday. I want to make a difference in the business community, and I want to help people. That's really what I want. So what does it take to get there? I thought that I wanted to be a business broker. That's not what I want. I want to buy businesses. But I've been scared to say that I want to buy businesses. Because everyone wants, everyone dreams, but it doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen. So how do I tell the world, hey, if you're selling a business, you want to call me, right? And so I came up with this idea. If I make a video, I would like to say every day, but if I can make a video at least once a week, once a month, heck, even once in a blue moon, where I get on here and I tell you, hey, I want to buy businesses, maybe through dedication, hard work, and accountability, I will see those dreams come to life. So that's kind of where I'm at, what I want. My first goal is to buy my first business. Well, clearly we already have 2 businesses, okay? So we have the mold team, which I didn't even talk about in the Who Am I. I own the mold team. It's a mold remediation company with my husband. It's been running, we started it in 2017, but it officially started under the mold man in 2015 or 2019, and then changed to the mold team last year. And so that's a piece of who I am. And then I have another, like a consulting piece called Whatever It Takes, that is helping do different projects, right? Like sometimes I help the mold team with some systems and processes and things, and then I'll bill it through that. Or I've helped people do some other projects in their business. And so as of right now, there's not a whole lot happening with that, but it'll probably be the business that holds the next piece of what I'm doing. And then on top of that, I want to buy a business. So that would be technically our 3rd business. Whatever It Takes doesn't really gross a whole lot. It's really maybe a couple grand a year, 5-10 grand a year, something like that. Super, super modest, small business. The mold team does significantly more than that. But anyways, I want to buy a business. That would be the 3rd business for us, or for me, for us. And I want to do that this year. And I don't know what it looks like. It'll probably have to be seller financed for different reasons. I would love to help other entrepreneurs buy businesses as like an equity partner, whatever that looks like. I don't really know. We can cross that bridge when we get to it. But what I do know is that because I want to buy businesses, why it matters to you is that I'm going to be dropping all the information that I know about buying businesses, growing businesses, selling businesses, scaling businesses, marketing, sales, all the things that I know about business. You know, the lifetime of growing up as a child of entrepreneurs, my master's in business, my experience as an entrepreneur on this channel to help as many people as I can, because ultimately that's my calling. I want to help people and I want to make money. And so if I make these videos and I help you, that would be great. I feel like I'm rambling, but it's my first video and I am really working on done is better than perfect, right? So I'm about to release a podcast and I could spend all day editing and re-editing and trashing the videos that I made last year. But instead, I'm embracing done is better than perfect. I'm making my first step, and I will be releasing that here soon. Pardon all my coughing. On top of everything else I told you, I got allergies, and I've been dealing with those since December. So there's a little bit of cough. Still working on getting it to go away. So I'll be making these videos. Done is better than perfect. I forgot where it was. And just bringing value to you and showing you about where I am. And, oh, that was the other thing. So I'm brand new to all of this. I don't have a business that I bought. I don't have a high net worth. I'm not hiding or lying or anything. I'm going to tell you I don't have any of those things. However, what I do have is a lot of education and knowledge. And I plan to share that with you. And then as where I am grows and changes, I would love to share that with you too. And maybe one day I will be one of the greats in here telling you about business and helping you grow yours. Thanks for watching. Bye.